wanna. Oh, no. Oh, 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 oh. Step into the ring, it's the champion's corner time. Oh, oh, WWE, and they break it down. We shine from the top rope to the mat. All the action, all the heat. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet.
SmackDown makes his way back to the USA with a brand new look, brand new feel. What better way to kick off SmackDown than to have a cage match between Solo Sikoa and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes? Fellas, let's dive a little bit into that match about, we like to do here. We like to unpack things here on the Champions Corner. I think we do a good job at that, I would say. So let's unpack that match. Guys, take the fans, the people that probably didn't get a chance to see the match yet, or maybe the ones that was looking at just the casual fans. But fellas, let's take them a little deeper into that match. We got Solo Sikoa on the rise as a top guy in the company, or maybe a top heel in the company, right? And we got Jacob Fatu is playing his role. Jacob Fatu doing magnificent. And then you have the hero, Cody Rhodes, to come save the day. Fellas, Ron, I want to go to you. Take us through that match, man. What were some of the things that stood out to you?
Like I said, I'm saying what continues to stand out for me with Solo, like I said, because people think Solo's supposed to be right there on Roman's level. But to get on Roman's level, it takes years in this business. He's doing it for a decade, more than that, and he got an equity in. So, but I think for as long as Solo has been on this, the main roster, I think he's doing an excellent job. He's been a top heel on SmackDown. He's leading a vicious group, dominating not just SmackDown. He going over to NXT, going to wherever he wants to go, sit and put hits on people, basically. So, and he's taking on the role. He's not supposed to be Roman. He's supposed to be himself. Supposed to be a new regime for the Bloodline. And in this match, he had a plan. It didn't come to full fruition, but because Cody Rhodes, he's a great defending champion. I feel like he's going to hold it for a long time. But Solo, has not quite found he doesn't have Cody's number. I mean, he hasn't been able to beat this man yet. He could beat him down, take his friends out, and do everything outside of the match. But in a one-on-one match with Cody Rhodes, he can't figure it out. Even in a steel cage, even if because after the match he got beat down. The Bloodline came over the cage. Why didn't he do that fully during the match?
Mm.
So Solo could get a guaranteed victory, just like with the Bloodline rules match. You have it right there in your hands, and you still can't get this victory off. And you got all you really need is Jacob, really. But the tongues right there are still as dangerous, but you still can't pull this off against Cody Rhodes. So, but you continue to call yourself the tribal chief. All Roman needed was you, and you was able to help him out. But you can't get these vicious, team around you to get you this championship. Because Roman didn't come out till afterwards.
Right.
So what's going on, Solo? I'm trying to figure it out. But it was leading to, and we got a glimpse of Jacob and Roman, standing face to face. And I feel like it was building up. That's what the fans want to see. I mean, it's right there. Mm-hmm. But Solo continues to back him off over and over again because he knows what he'll do. But I think he wants to get it part. It's proof that he could handle Roman by himself. He don't really need Jacob for Roman. But the way it's looking, he can't even handle Cody. How you handling Roman? So, like I said, I think Solo's doing a great job, but he needs time on his belt, and he's not there yet. In this match, he proved he's not there yet.
I would say I respectfully disagree. And what I mean by that is this. Everything you're saying is legit as far as him not being there, but he's only been doing this for what? April? Since April?
Yeah.
Right? So we're in September, was that 5 months roughly, something like that?
Mhm.
So I think in this particular match, initially, the question was, how did he do? I think he went back to his old enforcer style because he was the aggressor in the match, as he should be. And he locked in. I think I asked on the last show, why would Cody want to be locked in? Who wants to be locked in the cage with a wild animal? You know what I'm saying? So I would say, and on top of that too, you remember the Bloodline got banned from ringside last week, if I'm not mistaken. That's why they came out afterwards, even though it was a cage match. So Nick Aldis banned them. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted this to be like, this is over. Like, done. Cody, Solo, okay, this is it. Boom, 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 boom. So that left the door wide open for Roman to come back. But even though he came back after the match, if he could have came back during the match, but I think they wanted to be like a fair kind of move on, right? But everything's done for a reason, right? So I think the psychology of this particular match, I think Cody was built to be more never give up, like he's a classic babyface, versus Solo was supposed to be the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? I think he went back to that old enforcer style, and I think psychology-wise, he earned his stripes that way. Because think about it, even though he lost that match, nobody's thinking about that now. They're thinking about what's to come, right? Yeah, he lost.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna what? Now we're gonna get this tag match, and that's what everybody's thinking about now. They're gonna think about that match probably. He lost, but he still got the Ula Fowler. You know what I'm saying? That's still gonna be a major part of that story. So I think he just stepped it up more, and the key component is like the key component of that match. And Sean alluded to it. It wasn't so much the match itself; it was a fair, hardcore, hitting match. But the best thing Solo did to me that's going to be the most memorable for that match is that he pulled Jacob out of the ring.
Yeah.
And that's what people is going to remember, probably for the most part, other than, the fight that went down. Because like I think RC alluded to, like, they was teasing that. That's what the people want. So that's my take on that particular thing.
Got it. You're right. Go ahead, Crump.
And I think what I'm thinking about is this is his third loss to Cody for what I can remember, because he lost before. What was that? Before WrestleMania 39 to Cody?
Yep. First loss at that. That was the first loss, I think, too.
The first lost at SummerSlam, and now he lost his cage match. So you can't say you fully the tribal chief or you the leader of SmackDown, and this should be your last shot for right now. Because Cody, like I said, he wanted Jacob and then a lot of people want Jacob to fight against him because you're not getting that job done. You're not getting that title. And the reason you put away Roman as the tribal chief because he's talking about he lost. You done lost 3 times.
Yeah.
Roman has lost once to this man. Beat him twice, pretty much. Tag match 40 and 39, and beat him at 39. Of course, it was with Solo's help.
Exactly.
For one of them. But either way, a win is a win.
Yeah.
And Solo, you haven't gotten that. So you can't. It's hard for you to continue to make this claim. Like I said, I like you. I like your persona, how you coming across, especially with, like I said, the short time he's been on the main roster. But you got to get these wins under your belt. You can't talk about other people losing when you losing more than them.
I think here's my little joke to it. Solo's on that Seth Rollins energy. He lost to Cody 3 times too, and then look at him. And now everybody's singing this song.
Hey, Cody getting them dubs.
Yeah. But very good match, very good hard hitting match. I think that should be it. I do agree with you that Solo should get no more shots. I think that's a wrap. So because now Cody gonna get on down the road and see what goes on from there.
And that's the thing. I don't know if we're leaning to it later, but who else is there for Cody right now besides Randy and Roman? I mean, I guess Randy and Roman, but are we trying to save those matches?
Mm-hmm.
Or where are those going to happen? Because other than that, unless you're building somebody else that I don't see, or having a draft for somebody else coming to SmackDown or debuting,
Right.
It's slim pickings.
I might have something for that. I don't want to jump the head because we may kind of snowball it a little later, depending on how the conversation goes. But I saw something on SmackDown that kind of alluded to me that something was about to happen. But I'm sure we're coming to that when we get to that point.
And those are all great points, great takeaways, guys, for the match that happened on SmackDown. But like I said, we had an appearance from the Tribal Chief. Not only that, we got to hear from the Tribal Chief himself.
Finally.
On SmackDown. Finally, we kind of got some answers to what's really going on. What's in the mind of Roman Reigns? So, fellas, what is your take on Roman Reigns, his stance that this is still his show? This is still his people. This is still his universe. He's still the Tribal Chief.
I would say I'm glad he hasn't changed. I'm glad he hasn't went from oh now they love me, let me just cater to that. Because you don't need every babyface to be blue collar like that. We got Cody. You know what I'm saying? We don't need two baby faces like that. Even think about it when Austin and The Rock, when they were the top two faces, they weren't your average or classical baby faces. They didn't go. They didn't tag hands when they went to the ring. They rock bottom and stunned anybody. Baby face, heel, referee, announcer. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like when somebody got hurt, they ain't go over there and look over them and make sure they all right. Nah, I'm getting on the road. Get your behind up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he's not changing. I'm still the Tribal Chief with or without Ulafala. I'm the only one, right? Still my WWE. Still my company. Still my WWE universe. Still that. This is still family business, right? Making it looted. That answer is all right now. I came back and did what I did because this is family business. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, my personal opinion, I mean, it took him 6 weeks to talk, but it's okay. We're there, and now we got the answer we needed. I don't think he needed a welcome. Roman's not that kind of guy who needed a welcome back speech.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway.
Yeah. And like I said, we want him to talk, but we don't exactly need him to talk because he did a lot with his actions. Even when before he was about to talk, all he had to do was put the ones in there. And that shot of him and the fans all at once putting the ones up right behind him and the fireworks went off, that's all you need right there. It shows you what he said before he said it. Mm-hmm. These are still my fans. It's still my people. It's my show. But we had Cody out there, and he has a point. That it ain't been yours since he said it hasn't been yours since WrestleMania 40.
That was a good line, and he dropped the mic.
Salt in the wound.
Yeah. But only thing I from that was Cody saying that he couldn't fully look Roman in his eyes even when he said that. He kept looking down. He look up every now and again, but he kept looking down. It was like, oh, it ain't been yours since WrestleMania 40. Like, bro, if you were the alpha, it's your show. Look that man straight in his eyes and say it the whole time. That's what a lot of wrestlers say. You got to come at me, and whoever looks away first, it ain't yours. A lot of wrestlers say that.
Good point.
So, but like I said, Cody got that belt. But like you alluded to last show, Sean, with or without the belt, Roman could be that. Roman look like he that guy.
Yeah.
And so that's what I take away from it.
Yep.
But also, Cody was trying to mock him too a lot. So I don't know because he put out that hand, give him that contract.
Oh yeah.
The Roman said he don't need Nick Aldis. He don't need a contract, especially don't need Cody Rhodes.
Nope.
But in this moment, he's kind of forced to do this. He's forced to have his team.
Right. Because on a previous show, you guys wondered, Crump, you and BJ, you guys wondered what was going to be Cody's role at Bad Blood. What was he going to do at Bad Blood? We got our answer. He's going to be in a tag match with Roman Reigns. Do you think this match? Do you think this scenario is happening too soon?
I'm gonna say no because this is why. This is the main reason why. Because I did not expect it.
Neither did
I expected Roman versus Solo 1-on-1, and maybe Cody to continue with KO. And the reason I say that is because when Randy Orton, we all knew it was gonna be Randy Orton, was KO's partner.
Yeah.
I to me it looked like Randy Orton turned a little bit. KO was about to walk up and turn around and stun him. If you go back and watch it after they won or whatever, it looked like KO was about to turn him. And I thought that would have led to that, Well, at that point, I think they'd do the tag match because they already talked about the contract at that point, I believe. But
Right.
I thought that was going to happen, or Cody was going to host the show. So I don't think it's too soon because I know it's going to lead to something else. Because what it's going to do, I think one of the reasons Roman signed the contract is because Cody, I want my title back, but I know I won't be able to get it while they're around.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I need to go ahead and just suck it up, beat them down. I don't like you, but I respect you. I know you're a workhorse. Beat them down, get them out the way. Then it can be me and you for that rubber match, and I take my title and my rightful place back on top of the mountain with the title that is. So I don't think it's too soon because we're gonna see what happens from there. Because we got Bad Blood. Then I think we got a Saudi show at the beginning of November. Then we got War Games. So we still got another 6 or so weeks of build up for whatever's gonna happen.
Yeah. And like I was saying, for me, it's the perfect time for Cody right now because it's in Atlanta.
Mhm.
He has to be at that show. That's his hometown.
Mhm.
So he had to be on the show. And like I was saying, it's slim pickings of who could go for that title with him. So he needs this tag team match just as much as Roman might need it. But I ain't gonna say it like that on TV, but the way it's been playing out, he needs his match. And it's not gonna, and really I think Solo and it's Solo and Jacob, right?
Mhm.
I feel like they should win this match.
Mhm.
I don't think they are, but I just like it kind of scenario where with the Judgment Day on Raw, as with Finn Balor and his crew versus Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, Judgment Day needs this win in order to look strong.
Mhm.
So, like on SmackDown, Bloodline needs this win. Solo just lost 2 in a row to Cody. The Tongas keep getting beat down.
Mhm.
Only one person looking majorly strong, and who everybody wants is Jacob. So Solo has to step up and win this match
Mhm.
and show that he's that true tribal chief and drag this out even further. Not like it needs to be dragged, like it's not a good story, but take it on even further to Survivor Series. And that's why the Survivor Series match will need to happen because Solo and Jacob can win this match.
Right.
And if Roman and Cody lose this match, that could continue to bubble up with them two. I told you I didn't need you, and this is why we're not on the same page. This is not going to work with us.
Hmm.
We can never be a team because I have to go at you, and you costing me something to get with my family. You interfering with my family business. I don't need you. I told you I didn't need anybody. I got this. So I'm gonna call on my real family, the Usos, and then we're gonna handle this Survivor Series.
Mhm.
I think that's how it's going down.
I like that. I like that very much. I just want to say one thing, Sean, before you jump in there, bro. If RC, let me tell you something. You got me hyped. You got me on board with that now. Yeah, Jacob and Solo should win. But the question I would have, who would get pinned in? Because we know, even though it's Cody's hometown, we know that don't mean nothing in WWE these days.
Nope.
It never mean nothing. It's these days.
Hey, ask Bret Hart.
Oh,
Woo, boy.
yeah.
That's still my dog, though. That's still my dog. But
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Mm.
For sure. Hit man. But
So you got my wheels spinning right now, RC. Got my wheels spinning. What if Jacob starts to lose faith in in his tribal chief because he keeps losing to Cody, and Jacob, that causes him to beat the person in the camp to say, hey, we might need to follow the real tribal chief.
hey, I think that's building because he already took his tag team title away. So you don't want him to have a championship. You just want to be on your side and show off for you. And you keep pulling this man away from what he wants to do and fight Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
You put him in these certain positions, and like I said, if he lose, that takes it even further. Because when Roman was in the ring, because Jacob was ready to get at him, but Solo was holding him back, and the whole time Jacob looking at Solo like doing like this. And for the audio listeners, I'm holding my hands like like he was on SmackDown, like a prayer hands. He was saying, looking at Solo, like kind of like Paul Heyman would look at Roman Reigns when he was standing there, looking at his tribal chief, and that's what Jake was doing to Solo. But in my mind, I'm thinking he's saying, "Please let me get this man. Come on, man. What are you doing? I can get this man right now. Why are we waiting?" So it's like you continue to hold me back.
That's what an enforcer should do. He should be letting loose on Roman.
Right. But Solo keeps holding this man back. And take his title away from him. Put him in the lower, or some people could see the lower position. Not let him get that title shot against Cody when Cody asked for him. Solo taking his shot that he was told to step up for. So all this is building up. So it makes it lead to Jacob going with Roman, or Jacob just going on his own and just letting loose as being that werewolf. Because we know, and he ain't even talk yet. We know this man can talk. From what I've seen with MLW and everything else. So this man got superstar and main event star all over him, man. And like he's being held back right now.
What does that? Who does that sound like though? Who does Solo learn that from?
Because Roman
the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
The exact same thing. And then what happened after Roman lost finally?
He lost. Yeah.
Same thing. He kicked out Jimmy. He kicked out the wise man. And Roman was gone for a while. That was an opportunity, man. That was meeting the table. So sound like the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Good point.
And I'm gonna put this out there too. It could be, and you saying Rock gonna come in there. We can see what role he plays. But
I'm waiting on that.
Jacob,
I'm waiting on that.
Oh yeah. But will Jacob follow in the footsteps of Rock? As what I'm saying is, Rock took over the Nation of Domination.
I remember that, yeah.
So Jacob could take over this bloodline under Solo and follow the footsteps of Rock. But we'll see what Rock plays, if he's and who he's with, or how they gonna go at it. But like I said, all this leading Survivor Series, and that's gonna be an important night for the bloodline.
Hey, I know we got a little thing, but man, the doors keep opening on us, man. Okay, let's think about it like this. Solo's lost all those matches, but you talk about following The Rock, and The Rock has stake in the company. He can make decisions. So why wouldn't they follow? Why wouldn't they follow him? Right, the final boss. That can lead to that right there. I still think he's still the one pulling the strings, honestly. But because why Solo wants that title that bad? Maybe he does, but why?
He should.
If he got it, what would he do?
I mean, any leader would do, just hold it and dominate it like that. Because you got people on your side to help you keep the belt, just like what Roman did. So I feel like he'll follow that blueprint.
I mean, like, would he hand it to would he defend it? He might defend it and be successful. I get that point, but would he eventually hand it over to The Rock? That's what I meant. Like,
oh, well,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know about that.
And then that sets up Rock and Roman and Mania for that too. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But man, I can't wait till we start talking about the potential WrestleMania matches. Anyway,
Right. That's gonna be crazy, man.
One last take on this portion here, man. So, who's the guy? We talked a lot about Cody. We talked a lot about Roman. Who's really the guy right there on SmackDown?
Honestly, okay, hear me out. I'm gonna say Roman, and this is why. You heard the people kind of booing Cody when he was saying you're WWE, not anymore, that type of thing. But that's one city, and I get it. But at the same time, Cody was more. Obviously, they say Wrestling 101 is when the babyface is chasing the title. You probably had more people around you, and it was an emotional story. But with Roman being gone and Cody taking on these matches, his stake keeps rising up even more. Now that Roman's back, it's like Cody's mind probably like, okay, Roman, I know you ain't budging. I ain't budging neither. We're gonna have to figure this out, right? So I think it's Roman based on the foundation he's laid, not just at the last 4 years of Tribal Chief, but the whole 10 years, man, that he tried to build. When they took him in, took him out, put him here, tried to make this work, but he found his own. And I think right now, I think it's Roman at this point in time. I think he's the guy, but not by much. But I think he's the guy.
Yeah, it's a 1A 1B thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say, and Cody has that title.
Mm-hmm.
If Cody didn't have that title, or Roman didn't have that title, it might be just Roman. That title is giving Cody that edge for me.
Okay.
But like I said, the fans were pretty much split when they both were out there. OTC, Cody, Rhodes, they split. So they both got the fans behind them. That's why I said that's another reason why this draft need to happen sooner rather than later, because Cody needs opponents, and both of them can. It's hard for them to be on the same show because they get. I mean, it's interesting, and they going head to head. Like I said, who gonna be? Like I said, who is that guy? But it's like 1A, 1B, and one of them got to be on one show, one got to be on the other. Yeah, this brand ain't big enough for the both of us. That's what it is.
Right.
Because they the two top guys, and one needs to be on Raw, one needs to be on SmackDown.
Well,
that's how it was until Cody got the championship.
If one go to Raw, man, they gonna have to contend with Punk and Seth.
Yeah, but both of them are still above both of them.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But that's interesting to say, because now being that they're all on the same network, so to speak, could that make this possible? Could that make it possible for outside of the draft? Could it make it possible for these type of mergers to happen? Because you alluded to Cody needs some talent, and apparently most of the talent that we want to see probably is on Raw to face Cody, because Cody's probably ran out of opponents on SmackDown. Shout out to my guy, Attitude Era Mike Wrestling. I was on his screen this past Friday. He brought up this very same point. Being that they're both all on the same network now, USA, who's to say that somebody from Raw won't jump in on SmackDown? What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean,
With that,
they doing it anyway. Yeah. Oh, sorry, man. They're doing it anyway. Look, Randy Orton showed up on Raw out of nowhere to face Gunther. So I mean, this kind of makes it more home base, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all on the same ship, even though they already were. That I could see that happening for that reason alone.
you had to have a specific reason for me, because Randy came over there because of that King of the Ring mishap, and Triple H was rectifying that.
Right.
So he had a specific reason, and it made sense storyline wise and backstage wise, whatever you want to say. So it would have to be a specific reason for somebody to come over to SmackDown to face Cody Rhodes for that belt. Other than that, it's just like the draft don't mean nothing, or the brands don't mean nothing, and that's what a lot of people have been fearing the past number of years. Like, what's the point of a draft? They're gonna go at each other's shows anyway. It's not like when it first started; it was a lock. This is you on Raw, you on SmackDown, and when they did clash, it was big. Like, and the match that come to my mind was like Shawn and Kurt Angle.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
Fighting at WrestleMania 21. Because that was one of the biggest ones. They never saw each other or never really touched, but they built up to the match. They went on each other's show like that. But that was just building up that match, not just willy-nilly throughout the year. So for somebody to come over to SmackDown and face Cody, I would need a good reason for them to come over. I would like a good reason. I mean, if it's a good match, it's a good match. But what? I would like more of a good story for them to be over there.
Got it. And with that said, man, I would say Roman's the guy, man, because just seeing him on certain interviews, he still got like that, like the industry guy. Like he's the face. He still has that face persona. He still has the weight of, I'm the face of the company. And maybe that's just because that's the aura he has now. Just embodying